If there's one thing I know about radio people, they are cheap. Okay, thrifty. They like a good deal. Okay, come on. That's me. I get it. And I'd feel really bad if I didn't let you in on an opportunity to get in on the most affordable and soon to be most powerful AI DJ system out there, RoboDJ. You've heard all about it. V2 has been making waves and V3 is knocking at our door. We're probably a week away from that madness. Of course, I'm going to give you the deep dive when it hits, but if you want to jump into the RoboDJ world, well, now is really the time. And I don't mean this to be a slick sales job. No. This is just an opportunity to save some money, because when version 3 comes out, the prices have to take a bump just because it's a massive upgrade over V2. And this thing is going to do things that no other AI DJ platform out there is even dreaming of. And yet a lot of these other people are picking your pockets in a really obscene way. So RoboDJ will always be, well, at this point, for what it delivers, it'll be one of the most affordable options out there. But back to the main point, if you jump in right now and pick up RoboDJ version 2, you're gonna lock in a price that you'll be pretty happy with because when version 3 comes out, version 2 is being sunsetted. You won't be able to jump in at that price anymore. And yes, while you will pay a small upgrade fee to jump up to version 3, it's going to be nothing like that you'd pay, the rack rate of version 3 when it comes out. So yes, you will save money. I can guarantee that. So if you've ever been interested, if you've been on the fence, whether or not you want to kick RoboDJ into gear and really generate some dynamic and creative content for your radio station and do it hands-free, well, now's the time to really get in. Maybe you haven't taken it for a test drive. Maybe you have and you just needed the nudge. Well, consider this to be your nudge. And if you haven't played with it yet, sure, it comes with a 2-week trial, but RoboDJ version 3 is coming out in about a week. But that does I'll give you 7 days from right now to test this out. If you want to jump in, great. And if not, no worries. So definitely check out the link in the description if you want to get in on this madness. But something else I wanted to talk to you about, for all you V2 users, or if you do jump in to V2, you may not need to upgrade to version 3 if it's already doing what you need it to do. Sure, V3 is going to come with a lot of cool new features regarding listener interaction and even AI listener phone calls and a whole host of other game-changing features. But maybe you don't need that. And right now I want to show you a couple ways that you could get version 3 functionality out of RoboDJ version 2. One of the big enhancements of version 3 is that DJ voices are no longer just settings. No, they're actually personalities of and by themselves. Here at Airshift, this is where you not only schedule your jocks, but you assign them specific personalities. And over here in the personality profile tab, this is where you create these personalities, not only shaping the sound of their voice, but also influencing the writing of the script to make sure it matches that personality. Over in the prompt editor, this is where we insert those variables. So the writing of the script matches the personality of the jock. Since this is a feature exclusive to version 3, it's not possible in version 2, but there is a workaround. Here in the prompt library, you take one of your regular prompts, and you could take the framework that I shared regarding my AI personality infusion, and instead of having these variables that are inserted from Airshift, you just paste the personality style right here into the prompt. Doing it this way means you have to create a separate prompt for each jock, but still, it is a way to squeeze more personality out of your voices in RoboDJ version 2. And while that covers the personalization of the script, you still need to fine-tune the voices. So you take my voice style prompts, especially if you're using Gemini, and you head over to the voice settings menu and you paste those custom style prompts in each of your voices. But this is only available for Gemini. 11 Labs doesn't allow you to paste style prompts. Again, if you're anything like me, you don't like surprises and you want to take advantage of a good deal when you can. So that's the purpose of this. Just to let you know that if you do have your eye on version 3, well, now is the best time to get in. You jump into version 2, either pick up an annual or a lifetime subscription. I mean, that deal, oh my goodness. If you were to pick up right now RoboDJ version 2, the lifetime deal, you are going to save a bundle compared to what the lifetime price will be for version 3. So I'm just saying, this is a money-saving opportunity. And again, I'm not trying to pull a slick sales job on you. This is purely informational. If it fits, great. If it doesn't, no worries. This isn't for everyone, and I totally get that. I need to bust in here for a second and admit that I am really a part of the problem why RoboDJ V3 isn't on your hard drive. Well, it's my fault. I keep coming up with nutty new ideas. And here's another one. I mean, there's so many enhancements already baked into this upcoming version, but I always think, how could I make it even easier for you to use and to extract even greater value? One such way is building in some really cool AI assistants, so you don't need to jump to ChatGPT or Claude to, develop prompts or refine some of your messaging. You now could do all that within RoboDJ, and that's what kind of sidetracked me right now. I'm recording this, minutes before I'm sending off this video that you're watching now. So at some point, I know I just have to shut the development train down, finish testing, and get this out. But just know, maybe the reason it's delayed another couple days because it's only going to be a better app. That is the only thing that matters. I want version 3 to completely blow your digital socks off. If you're still tuned in, well, I'm not going to really go in depth of some of the new features that I've added, even since my last video when I gave you a sneak peek of version 3, but I will put together this little montage. You could pause it just to get a better look. I'm not going to go into great detail because I'm saving that for the big V3 release, which should be hitting within a week or so. I'm still testing. There's a lot of stress testing that I have to put RoboDJ version 3 through, so you are guaranteed the best user experience. So just stick around, stay tuned, and eventually we're going to birth this baby out into the world. I cannot wait for you to try this because, again, and this just isn't marketing hyperbole, this really will blow away almost every other AI DJ platform out there. Now, RoboDJ is far from number 1. I mean, it could be number 2 or number 3, but it's definitely number 1 in price. No one touches the price for the quality of functionality that you get. I mean, I've checked them all out, and to date, none of them are doing what version 3 is going to do. So that's why I cannot wait to pull the curtain back and let you just go nuts with this, because this is really going to allow you to do things, especially on your internet station, that even most, big time FMs aren't doing, because it sounds like so many of them have just given up. They're no longer pushing the creative envelope. They're not iterating and innovating. And, we could tell, right, when we tune into FM, it's nothing like the heyday of radio, but that doesn't mean that it can't be. And now you have some tools to really crank up the creativity on your station. And I mean, geez, when you compare your sound from, a quote unquote big guy's sound, I mean, that really is going to surprise a lot of listeners. And sure, we have to keep our listeners happy, but I just think you are going to feel so good. I know when I launch a new feature on my Cheeseball 80s station, XXX80s.com, it feels good to, try something new and just offer up a little slice of creativity that listeners are not going to be able to get anywhere else. And I think there's pride in that, and that's okay to feel that way. You deserve the props because this isn't happening over on the FM. If you haven't heard RoboDJ in action on a real station, well, nobody pulls it off with more finesse than RJ Jordan from villageradio.net. And right now on the air is his premier AI jock, the lovely Rachel B. Now, you could tune in live if you catch her at these times, 3 to 6 Eastern, and the weekends, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time. And the one thing I love about RJ, he's very transparent. She is an AI radio host, but it's hard to tell if you're just casually listening. And maybe we can actually catch a break from her while we're chatting right here. Let's head back and see what we get.
Your music music, your station, classic alternative village radio.net. It's just after 3 Eastern and you're spending Wednesday afternoon with Rachel B, ready to get swept away. Let's dive into the synth magic of real life's Send Me an Angel. Keep your ears tuned right here and let's make this midweek moment feel like pure melody.
Now, I mean, that voice, that's pretty damn good, don't you think? Now, the writing, I think, that is something that's very tweakable. You are in control of the style. And with V3, you're able even to have more granular control over her personality and certain words that you want her to say, others you want her to avoid. You can create your own dictionary for each jock. But I mean, that sounds pretty darn good. I invite you to check out villageradio.net for more RoboDJ magic. And while you've got me wound up, let's finish off this mini rant with just this personal admission. None of this matters. Sure, I am pushing RoboDJ through the birthing canal, and what you do with it is in your hands. You decide it. I have zero say. Now, when I launched RoboDJ version 1 way back when, I really never intended it to be a 24/7, DJ replacement where you're staffing your entire station 24/7 using AI DJs. No, I mean, I built this just to have it perform specific features or deliver custom content in small doses on my station. But my use case is irrelevant to what you might have in mind. I guess the thing that I grapple with now, and again, take this with a big old 3-pound grain of salt, because it doesn't matter. I mean, you're the customer. You could do whatever the hell you want to do with RoboDJ. I get a lot of pushback, and I get it. A lot of people do feel that technologies like this are gutting the heart and soul of radio. And I always come back to, wow, if you really think that little radio DJ Jude is that powerful, well, thank you so much. But come on, the heartless medias of the world, they already have this locked up. They already know where they're going. They're already slashing costs in their own destructive way. So my cheeseball little videos is not really moving the needle that much. They're already going to implement AI to save a buck, whether I make a video about it or not. These tools are mainly designed for the small radio dudes and dudettes like myself. We have a little internet station. We never, ever had a budget. We never had a line item to hire a human DJ. So to everyone shaking their fist at me, saying how I'm destroying radio, well, come on. I never was planning to hire any live human jocks in the first place. So, I'm not taking any jobs away. And I'm sure for most of you with similar internet stations like myself, you never had a budget to hire real DJs. So no one is getting the short end of that labor stick in this situation. Now, if some FMs pick up this product and actually start using it to replace entire day parts, that's a different story. But at this point, that has not happened. But I get it, there still is some excitement and novelty of firing up a RoboDJ and actually having it deliver a radio show, a full air shift based on your rules, your prompts, getting just the right content out. I mean, yes, I think that is very alluring and it's still wow worthy. And I see why a lot of you might want to actually staff, your entire station with AI DJ voices. To me, the ideal mix is still throw in some human DJs. I mean, if you were pulled to this medium, it wasn't to be the typer of prompts. No, it was to be the rocker of mics, hopefully. I mean, for a lot of us legacy old school radio dudes or dudettes, what attracted to this was the excitement of live radio, of being able to pot that mic up and be creative, to engage the audience, to twist a phrase, to get people excited, to provide some entertainment. And to me, that energetic is just not there when you're voice tracking. And of course, it's totally flatlining if you're just typing words into a robot's mouth. So I encourage you to include that human element on your radio station, even if it is you voice tracking a whole bunch of generic tracks that at least can run. And there will be some representation of, a jock with a soul and a pulse. And I think XXX80s, I have over 300 generic voice tracks that just rotate. So, I mean, if somebody listens for 7 or 8 days, they're never going to hear that same track twice. And come on, most don't listen for that long, nor are they listening that actively with a critical ear. Oh, I heard that voice track 4.5 days ago. No, they don't give a damn for one thing. But you should give a damn if you truly are passionate for this medium of radio. You shouldn't just be a puppeteer with your hand up the bot's booty making him talk. No, you should be talking, or invite other people on your station. As again, why did you get into radio? I don't think it was to prompt bots to do fun features. No, hopefully you got into it because you wanted to increase your skill set. You wanted to rock that mic with more confidence and command, the broadband, and come up with things to say that actually will keep a listener hanging on to your every word. Be creative, be nutty, be different. It's your station after all. There aren't any rules. The only rule is to bend the rules, to try different things, to hit listeners with content they'd never expect and they couldn't find on any FM station, because we have that flexibility to innovate and to try things that would scare a lot of the big guys away. Never lose sight of that. It is really an important point of differentiation from a big broadcaster. I mean, we don't have any stockholders. We don't have any consultants to bow to. It is radio done our way. And that is pretty refreshing these days. Continue infusing you into your sound, whether if that means using some robo voices with RoboDJ or turning up the volume on your voice. That is what I want to encourage you to do. So please check out the link in the description. And if you want to go nuts with this, RoboDJ is such a fun, tool, and it's only going to get better with version 3, and I cannot wait to unleash that baby on you, and I will soon. I am Jeff, the Radio DJ Dude, and until our next little radio rendezvous, you keep rocking those mics all over the world.